one thing that Coach Fee is really good about is like how you talk to yourself, how you phrase things. Like, can you give some of the examples and the reasons why we have to be mindful of how we talk to ourselves? And because you talked about the whole, if I don't go on Friday, then I'm a failure. Can you talk about like the problem with that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great segue. In order for us to accomplish what it is that we want to do, no matter what it is, whether it be, a fitness goal, a financial goal, a relationship goal, we got to know that we're worthy. And a part of our self-talk has to include you being uplifted on a regular basis. You hear you more than you hear anybody else. And a lot of us are still walking around with the tape playing from your childhood about how you're not good enough, how you're not whole enough, how you're too loud, too quiet, too dark, too light, too short, too this, too that.
Too.
Yeah. And we're not moving in a space of ejecting that tape and replacing it with what we really want to believe about ourselves. And so in order for you to accomplish your desired outcome in any goal, you got to be willing to know that you're worthy. And worthiness is not an external job. Worthiness is an internal job.
Oh.
And it's, yeah.
Y'all type I'm worthy in the comments while Coach P keeps going. Keep on, because she's speaking the word. So I'll tell you, PJ, I'm going to let you keep going. But I wore this just for you. Y'all see that? Because I know she's big on self-love and taking care of yourself, and it's about you first. So yes, please keep going with that worthiness. Because and I'll tell you, transparency, she had to work hard on me with it.
Not too hard.
But no, I needed it though. And that's like I said, that's why I wanted you here, because people need to hear this from you. But yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So that worthiness piece is instrumental to, it's your core, right? And so I talk a lot about core beliefs, and our core beliefs can either be negative or positive, but your core belief is where you make your decisions from. Yeah. And so it's the lens in which you see everything through. It's what's coloring your perspective. So if I see myself through a unworthy lens, I may not ever hear myself use those words or that phrase that I'm unworthy, but my decisions and how I treat myself, the relationships, are they toxic? Are my friendships filled with drama? Is the food I eat filled with stuff that's not good for me? Like, is the way that I move about my life in such a way that exemplifies unworthiness? And so you may not ever say those words, but if you've never heard yourself consciously acknowledge it, just take a look at your life. What part of your life is causing you the most pain? What part of your life is causing you the most trauma? That's the part of your life where you want to check your worthiness, right? You want to check, do I believe that I am entitled to more than what it is that I'm experiencing? And so, as I was saying, that worthiness piece is not an external validation, but for so many of us, it has been. We were taught this in childhood. We were taught that when someone outside of you, i.e. mom, dad, or whoever your guardian or caretakers are, when they say, hey, good job, that determines if it's good job or not. And so when you move away from that space and understand, now in my adulthood, my good job can't come from someone outside of me. My good job has to come from me. And then you understand that my worthiness is not based on my role, my responsibility. It's not based on the amount of money you got in your account, who you're married to, your sorority, your fraternity. It's not determined based on your affiliation, who you know, who you've been seen with, but your worthiness. And for a lot of y'all, this is going to be hard to believe, but your worthiness is absolutely based on your mere existence. You are worthy because you exist. Everything else is bonus. Everything else is extra. And so I agree with, and I would be in alignment with Crystal to say, type in the comments, I am worthy just because I exist. And for a lot of you, that's going to be hard because you're accustomed to working hard. You want to work hard for it. You want to prove it. So you're still going to say, no, there's going to be some resistance about, no. There has to be more to it. I got to be perfect. I got to be in the right relationship. I got to lose the weight. My body got to be a certain way. I got to be a certain height, certain complexion. And all of that is complete bullshit. And that is you still being in agreement with an external validation. And the truth is, the moment that you recognize that I am worthy, it's the moment that everything about you changes, because your desire changes, your taste for certain things changes. And so a lot of people are like, yeah, that sounds all good, but how do I get to a place of even believing that I'm worthy? Because making the decision is one thing, but how do I get to a place of actually believing what it is that I'm saying? And the way that you do that is you start to make decisions that are in alignment with your highest vibration of yourself, meaning you start to move in the direction of what you've asked and prayed for. No longer are you waiting for it to happen for you. No longer are you crying about how life is happening to you, but then you switch and shift and move your perspective in the direction of life is happening for me. And here is how I move in the direction of what it is that I've asked and prayed for. You said you wanted to lose weight, right? So then what is it? What would it take for you to lose that weight? What do you want as a result of it? If it's being healthy, to Crystal's point, if it's getting your body stronger, then we take the scale off the table altogether. And we just work out for the sake of feeling good, for feeling better, because you know it's moving you in the direction of your goal.